Bob, what do you got?
Well, Chris, who will the indictment serve the most in the political arena? And also, what impact will it have on the country in general?
Okay, I just want to go back to Jeff. So I understand why Jeff hates Trump. I understand it. I mean, it's very apparent that Donald Trump is a bombastic guy who exaggerates and evades, and
Lies.
he does all that. But if you step back, all right, you can say that word, all right, fine. If you step back and you look at how he ran the country for 4 years, and you compare it to what's happening now, another story emerges, okay? So I'll submit to everybody watching tonight, we were a lot better off, we Americans, when Trump was president than when Biden is president. A lot better. And you're going to see that over the course of this year and the next. However, the question about who is going to benefit from this is impossible to answer. But who's not going to benefit from it is the American people. None of us are going to benefit from this. The media might benefit from it with higher ratings because Trump delivers that. But we, the people, tomorrow, our president, in the face of Xi and Putin meeting, is going to bring in Bruce Springsteen to the White House. Glory days are back. I mean, just step back and look at what's happening now and compare it to 4 years ago.
Well, first of all, we've never had a president that likes celebrities around more than Donald Trump did. And the economy, every piece of data can always cut whatever way you want it to. I'll tell you one thing that's nice. We are not obsessed with talking about the latest garbage to come out of the face of the president every day, the way we were for 4 years.
See, you're
Trump.
showing your showing your bias.
It's not a bias. It is not a bias. The president went out of his. No. It's an observation.
It's absolutely biased, Cuomo.
The former president went out of his way to dominate the media cycle by picking fights in every direction he could, whether it helped or it hurt. Say what you want about Biden, he doesn't do that, and I do think it takes some pressure off the entire polity. But that's my take. Fine, it's a bias, but I think it's factual.
Cuomo.
Yes, sir.
Cuomo. If you look, you use the word lies. If you look at what Donald Trump said when he was president and what Biden is saying now, the border is secure, according to Joe Biden. He's bringing down the deficit, according to Joe Biden. Inflation's not his fault, it's Trump's fault, according to Joe Biden. If you stack up the statements side by side, there's no question who is misleading the American public the most.
I think that politicians have a tendency to mislead. I think, and that's why the media has to be dogged, and I think in general we do a good job. But I think that it has been measured many different ways, and your man will remain at the top of the list for the rest of our lifetime when it comes to gross mendacity.
Not my man.
If you are, with the way you talk about him,
unfair.
He's your guy.
No, I give him a fair shot, which is something that you don't do. Okay?
I was fair to him
Donald Trump
every time I had him on.
All you have to do, Cuomo.
Yes, sir. You don't criticize
All you
Donald
have
Trump.
to do is Google.
You wouldn't even say that he lies.
O'Reilly Trump. I hit him so hard with the John McCain stuff, his knees wobbled. And I can give you 10 other examples. I can. I mean,
I'd like to ask him if he says your knees. I'd like to ask him if he says his knees wobbled and if he thinks that you've been tough on him. You know how we know he can't think that, Bill? Because he wouldn't have sat down with you again. That's why.
That's not true. He respects me because I don't cheap shot him.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.